Something different today. We're going to make a spinnerbait attachment where you can attach any jig head you want and turn it into a spinnerbait. Pretty simple. First we need to make a loop here. So I got some special pliers where it's round on one side and concave on the other side. That makes the loops very round and nice. I found that it's a good practice to make one end shorter than the other. Not only does that help with the weightlessness of the rig, it also helps to sort of balance the weight of the jig head. You can stop here if you want. If you're using light line like 2 to 6 pound, you won't be able to bend the wire and open the loop during the fight with the fish. But of course, if you're using heavier line, you might want to twist it one more round. Put it in the vise. Just give it one more twist. Align the top to the bottom so that they are roughly balanced like that. So we have something like this with a very nice round eye. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a bend in the top one. I like to bend it this way instead of that way. Now before you close this loop, get the tiniest swivel that you can find, put it in there, and then close the loop. If you want to make it even tighter, you can compress the loop this way. Here's where we're going to attach the blade later on. Here. So like I said, it's a good idea to have one long and one short. Found that maybe 2/3 of the way up is a good place to cut. So let's cut this on here and make the loop. This time you don't have to worry about putting any swivel because we'll be using a snap. So make the loop. Now we're going to put in just any old snap will do as long as it's small. Do that. Close it. We're almost done. Now, believe me, if you're using 2 to 6 pound line, it's very hard to open this loop when you're fighting a fish. If you're worried about this opening up, 2 things you can do. Bend it until nearly closed so that you have enough space to slot the snap in. Now what you're going to do, you're going to harden this with a lighter. So turn on the lighter, heat it up until it is red hot, until it's glowing. I don't think you can see the glow, but it's... Then what you want to do, get a glass of water, and you can do this a couple of times, like 2 or 3 times, to get it as hard as you can. But generally, I've not found this to be absolutely crucial. You can also do the same for this loop if you don't want to loop it twice, but like I said, 2 to 6 pound line, you don't need to do this. What happens is when you are doing that, you are hardening the steel, making it less malleable. See, it's already harder to close. I can already feel that it's harder to close the loop. There you go. Let me just straighten that. Okay. You see this shape? Just straighten it like that. So it goes down and then straight instead of being unbalanced with this guy. So if you want, you can do the same for the one on top. Bend it down, then bend it back, down and back, until you have this one and this one relatively on the same line. Almost done. Next we need to get a blade and a split ring, the tiniest one you can find. A couple of things you need to take note of regarding the weight of the jig that you put on the other end, where the weight of the jig head is not heavy enough, and what happens is the torque from the blade spinning tends to rotate the jig sideways and upwards. Instead of spinning straight this way, your jig is spinning this way in the water because there's not enough weight on this end. So take note, put enough weight here, or make the blade smaller so that there's less torque. So you see, I've chosen a Colorado blade, a small one. This is a Cultivar jig. I chose this one because it has two eyes, and I've experimented putting it here, snapping it on here, and snapping it on here in a spinnerbait. Not much of a difference. It does tend to plane upwards a little bit if you snap it on here, but generally I prefer to snap it on at the front, because then tail, if it lifts, doesn't get in the way of this thing in the water. Okay, so just quickly snap it on, and there you go. There you have the spinnerbait. You can put any jig here you want. You can even put like a fly, one of these. Just take note of the weight It needs to be heavy enough so that it doesn't turn in the water. So I hope you like this video. Quick and easy hack for any BFS fishing. You can also scale up if you're using maybe 8 to 12 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. You need to scale up the gauge of the wire. Other than that, technique is the same. Oh, by the way, this is 0.9mm stainless steel wire. I bought it from Daiso. You can probably get the same at your neighborhood hardware store or something. Just make sure that it's stainless steel. If you think that these two are too far apart, it's very simple. Just bend until you're happy with the distance. You can also bend this part if you want to bring this further back, but I don't think that's very necessary. It should be good. I like this angle, and there you have it. A very simple and quick hack that you can do to increase your fishing repertoire. And this is perfect for BFS because it's so tiny. You can put 1 to 3 gram jig heads with a fly or with a grub like this. Yep. Happy fishing. Thanks for watching.